Bracketology, presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, breaking down the 2024 Texas High School Football Playoff brackets. I'm Greg Tepper, and this is 4A Division 1. When realignment came out in 4A Division 1, we tried to tell everybody, hey, 4A Division 1 got a facelift, everything looks a little bit different, but we also recognize that's kind of hard to visualize nebulously, right, in February. 9 months later, when we get to November and the playoff brackets have come out, I think you're going to start to see exactly how different it is in 4A Division 1. We'll start with Region 1. In Region 1, first of all, let's just marvel at the wide-ranging part of this bracket. I mean, look, you have Lampasas playing Pecos in the first round of the playoffs. If you do not know where those two towns are, Google them, okay? They're playing in the first round of the playoffs. It's absolutely remarkable there. Lampasas, I think, if they get healthy, has an opportunity to make some noise. I love this Canyon West Plains team. I think that they're playing very well right now and kind of peaking at the right time. But the real power, I think, lies in the bottom half of this region, specifically with Stephenville. Stephenville has the one loss to a team from out of state. They have looked every bit the part of a state championship contender. I think they've got a tough first round draw, or second round draw potentially with El Paso, Riverside, or Hereford team, and then a team like Andrews or Canyon Randall lurks in the third round for them. So I think Stephenville's probably your favorite here, but there are landmines, I think, for all of these for them throughout every round. Let's go to 4A or Region 2 rather. Region 2, I think, has got the favorite to win the state championship and the most complete team in Texas high school football to start the year, and that's Salina. What Salina has done, the resume they've put together, and the dominance with which they've played has been terrific. It's the running game, it's the quarterback play with Bo Bentley, and specifically it is their defense, which has been absolutely relentless. I think they enter as the favorite here. The bottom half of the bracket is a little interesting. I think Decatur and Dallas Campbell are two teams I'll keep an eye on. That first round matchup, Campbell and Aubrey, really interesting first round matchup there. The top half of the bracket is interesting as well. Sulphur Springs kind of scuffled toward the end of the season, but I'm really interested in the upside that program has. And then Alvarado has, I think, one of the most dynamic players in Texas high school football, Cartier Collier, an absolute dynamo at the quarterback spot. They could be heading for a second round matchup with a Frisco Panther Creek team that has plenty of playmakers themselves. I think Region 2, even with a favorite, is going to be a lot of fun. Over to Region 3 we go. On to Region 3, where East Texas meets Southeast Texas, and we're going to get, I think, teams that I think the biggest thing for me is which of these teams can play their best football right now. Kilgore is a team that at times has looked dominant. I mean, they have a win over Carthage. When they have played their best football, they have been terrific. They also have a loss to a team that didn't make the playoffs in Henderson, right? And they have scuffled with teams they shouldn't have. Can they put together 6 weeks? If they put together 6 weeks of their best football, they can win the state championship, plain and simple. But if they don't, they can lose it every single round. That's the thing for them. The same thing goes with Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill is a team that has been banged up. They've had injuries. They haven't had their playmakers. When they get everybody together, they are dangerous. That's a tough first round matchup, though, with a good Huffman-Hargrave squad to start things off. I'm also very interested in Longview Pine Tree. That is a team that has been pretty steady all year long. I love their defense. I love what they do on the defensive side. I think they are kind of a sleeper threat within Region 3. Okay, on to Region 4. Region 4, I think, has been long dominated by one team in particular, and they are right here, Austin LBJ. Austin LBJ has moved back into 4A. Remember, they played for a state championship a couple years ago. They moved up to 5A because Austin ISD made them. They are now able to drop back down to 4A. They are a team that I think is very dangerous. Enters the year 10-0, absolutely dominant, but it is not going to be a pushover for them in any stretch of the imagination. Remember, while they're in 5A, San Antonio Davenport won the region last year, and they have not gone away. If anything, I think they look stronger than they have been in past years. I also love this Bay City team. I think Bay City and El Campo perhaps heading for another rematch, this time in a high octane or a high leverage situation. But that first round matchup, El Campo and Cal Allen, you want to talk about history and pedigree. That's a huge first round matchup. So overall, when you take a look at 4A Division 1, I think that you take a look at Stephenville up here in Region 1 is the favorite. Salina with plenty of other landmines down here in Region 2. Region 3, flip a coin, pull a name out of a hat. I think it's really, really interesting there. And then Region 4, Austin LBJ is your favorite, but I think Davenport and potentially a team like Bay City could crash that party as well. No matter what happens, we'll have you covered every step of the way at TexasFootball.com.